tell yourself you're scared of failing, that you're afraid of getting it wrong, of wasting time, of choosing the wrong path, but that's not it. Failure would at least give you an answer. What you're afraid of is being seen without an escape hatch. Because as long as your life stays unfinished, as long as things remain in progress, you get to live inside the comfort of potential. Potential is a warm place. It asks nothing of you today. It lets you believe you're special without demanding any proof. Commitment changes that. Commitment removes the fog and forces a verdict. And deep down, you're afraid the verdict might be ordinary. Not bad, not disaster, just not enough to justify the story that you've been telling yourself. So you delay, you pivot, you overthink, and you romanticize preparation. Not because you're lazy, but because lazy almost feels safer than all in. Because if you truly showed up every day, if you removed the chaos, the excuses, the noise, there would be nowhere left to hide from the truth. And the truth might say, this is who you are when you stop pretending. That's a heavy sentence to sit with. You're also afraid of finality. Choosing one life means burying the others. Every yes becomes a quiet funeral for 1,000 maybes. And you've grown attached to the versions of yourself that only exist in imagination. The version of yourself who could have gone further. The one who would have done it differently. And the one who almost became something. Letting those versions die feels like losing parts of yourself, so you keep them alive by never fully choosing one. You're afraid of being loved without performance, because if people love the driven you, the intense you, the figuring it out you always have leverage. But if they love the quiet, consistent, ordinary you, then you have to believe you're enough without the edge. That's terrifying. When you've spent your life earning worth through effort and identity, and maybe the deepest fear of all, you're afraid that if you finally slow down, live clean, tell the truth, keep your promises to yourself, you'll have to face how long you've been avoiding yourself. Not because you're broken, but because you know better. And choose easier. That kind of regret doesn't scream, it sits quietly, and yet the fear isn't here to stop you. It's here to mark the threshold between who you are protecting and who you're being invited to become. Fear shows up right before honesty, right before commitment, and right before a life that doesn't need explaining. You don't overcome this kind of fear by charging through it. You face it.